Scudder. It ranges many, many years. I would have to say, though, I would start back when I was a youngster, 9, 10, 11 years old. Best memories would be getting up Saturday mornings, walking with my neighbor, Peter Auger, through the backyard, through the Holmes's backyard, across High School Road over to the Kennedy Memorial Youth Hockey Rink. Yeah, we would have to go early and shovel the snow off the ice if we had a little snowstorm. And sometimes I remember playing in some playoff games. And as the season extended itself into March and April, having the ice actually start to slush up on you because the sun was beating down on it and turned into areas of the surface that were actually puddles. It was a great sport. The family got involved in it, and it carried us all actually through our college years. Yeah, I was with Mr. Elliott McSwan. He was my coach through all years, and Ernie LeBlanc was the assistant. They were classic for Barnstable coaches. They were at it right from the beginning. They built some teams at Barnstable that were phenomenal, and we had a great program. And I don't think if it wasn't for those guys, particularly Mr. McSwan, the program absolutely wouldn't have grown the way it did. That's an easy one. The Inner Harbor of Hyannis, right there off Ocean Street. We run a business down there now. It's an active, vibrant, beautiful place, and it's a great place to visit. It's a great place to work. I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time there and enjoy that part of the town very much. Yeah, I guess I've never actually had a private boat for personal use. You know, I have enough dealings with boats as a day-to-day business responsibility, but I understand there's quite a long waiting list to get a slip at Bismore, so there is a lot of activity and interest in boating in the town. Would have to be the people that are committed to the town and have been here, families that have been here for generations, people that have come in and put their time in at Town Hall and at Main Street and any place actually in town. It doesn't have to be just Hyannis. People that have lived their life here and given back to the town. It's those people that are the greatest assets. Boy, you know, I try to be involved in where things are moving in the town and changing and not changing. I think for the most part, the Cape and Barnstable, it's a resort area. It's highly seasonal. It does work year-round in many aspects, but it is still highly seasonal. And I think what we have to do is work on the infrastructure to handle the influx of people in the high season, and I kind of think of traffic patterns and parking. It's kind of something that's been trying to be dealt with for many years, and will continue probably to be talked about for many years, but I think that's the biggest challenge. Well, my family has been here for many years, generations, and my dad and his brother had a gas station right over here on Ocean Street, Scudder Sunoco it was called. And this was back in 1967, I believe, 66, 67. I pumped gas at the gas station. And when things got slow, they had me go into the basement of my grandmother's house, which was abutted the property right across same side of the street, and get a stencil. And I stencil. This is when they had first started into the boat business, and I would stencil on the coal bags that were left down there from my grandfather's coal business, FF Scudder Coal Company, and I would stencil Sea Swan 2 or Beach Queen 4, which were the names of the fishing boats that my uncle, my dad were running, and I would stencil the names of the vessels on those bags so that they could use them as fish bags for the people that were going out fishing on the boats, and they didn't have to go out and buy anything. They had a whole pile of them right there.
Sounds
but it was
like Yankee ingenuity.
Absolutely, and yeah, Yankee and Scottish. I was working at the gas station, pumping gas and spray painting bags. I would have to say my favorite is spring when we have one, which doesn't come up that often. So I would have to switch that probably to fall. The summer season has warmed the water all around us as we stick out into the Atlantic here. So the months of September and October are my favorites. Selfishly, I do. I enjoy their company. I would love it if they would settle in the area. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm not going to push them. I have tried to instill in them the same feeling that I have, and my wife has come to understand that this is a very special place. And you're not going to find many places in the world that are like Cape Cod. And the town of Barnstable, and they should just be very cognizant that they had the opportunity to grow up in an area like this. I graduated in 1970 from high school, back in the days of, I guess, the hippies, you know.
Were you a hippie?
My hair was down to my shoulders, so, and I might have had a belt and some bell bottoms. Who knows? You know, I mean a macrame belt and bell bottoms. Would that make me a hippie? Maybe. Well, the stars don't. No, that doesn't. I do enjoy looking at. There's a seamstress's place right down on the west end of Main Street that has pictures of the stars that would come into the tent, and they would do the costuming and fix stuff for them, and those are interesting to see there. My Aunt Harriet, my father's sister, one of my father's sisters, she got us involved going in to see the legitimate shows that they did there. Back then, it was all Broadway shows, summer musicals. They didn't have the concerts as they do now. So I do remember, and my favorite show that I went to see back then was probably with my Aunt Harriet, was Brigadoon, and enjoyed that very much, and it got me interested in live theater. I actually had a walk-on during one of the shows there later on in life when I came back from college and was here back in the mid-'70s. And had a walk-on for The Sound of Music that they did as a legitimate show there, and maybe had 3 lines, something like that. So I remember that too. Best band that I saw there that I enjoy was Rat Dog with Bob Weir, kind of an offshoot of the Grateful Dead, and I enjoyed that. Wynton Marsalis was there. I saw him. And then there's another one, Chris Body, I think, another horn player was there, and I saw that. I've enjoyed the tent. It has had a lot of good years here in Hyannis. I'm Philip Scudder.